Very good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. From the last 7 to 8 days, I am getting tremendous messages on my WhatsApp. What is your opinion on the Burger King IPO? Now, first of all, let me make one thing very clear that although I have made two times clearer via the YouTube channel, is that there are two things in life. Number one is definitely the pre IPO screening, and number two is the post IPO screening. Now, the pre IPO screening means that before that organization or company raise the money, you need to screen the financials. The post IPO screening means that after raising the money, you need to screen the financial statements. And I am really unsure that either people are not see our videos, which I doubt because there are good views, or they are not getting, or maybe there is a question of knowledge. But please be note that I will invest in Burger King or not, that is our own call. Because whenever I look at any IPO, I will look the following questions. Number one, how that organization is generating money. Burger King is a FMCG company. Okay. There are many recent IPOs came in public domain. Unicorns are coming in public domain in 2021. The first question to me, how this organization is going to be generating the money. That is more important. Number two, if that organization is coming in public domain for money, then the band price which they are offering, then is this band price is closer to intrinsic value or not? I fully appreciate the fact that whenever the company is private, the financial statements are not in public domain, or getting the financial statement information is really tricky. There is no doubt about that. And I really doubt that Reuters and Bloomberg can help you in that regards. But of course, if the company is private, then the data is readily available. The more important thing here is that if the price they are offering, which is also known as the band price, by the way, then then if this band price is closer to intrinsic value, then we can buy. But if it is not closer to intrinsic value, or it is far above than intrinsic value, then forget. That is. But sometimes what happens that rarest cases that the band price is lesser than intrinsic value, and the company himself is not sure that they are I would say they are coming up with an IPO with a band whereby the price is lesser than the intrinsic value. And that is something which at least hits me. Like in our advanced valuation course, we have given our formula of computing the intrinsic value. But whenever I see any IPO, like there were many IPOs in the recent past, with due respect, and how fairly they performed, you all understand that as well. So we compute the intrinsic value, and without computing the intrinsic value, we not go ahead. We know that Hindi media, English media, they all love to give hype to that stock, and this is something which is very important. Hype is something which is really very important, which Hindi media is always trying to give, so that maximum amount of retail investors come and participate. I have seen many videos about the Burger King IPO on YouTube without quoting the name of the author, but I found at various places that none of the five questions being answered. Number one is definitely from where the organization will get money. Money means revenue. Secondly, what is the intrinsic value of the Burger King? I'm sure, in fact, you are watching this video, you yourself not sure what is intrinsic value of Burger King, right? Number three, and very important question, what are operational matrices of that company? Operational matrices include EBITDA, EBIT, operating profit, EBITDA multiple, PAT, profit after tax, reserves, and many such things. I know that whenever the company is private, finding this information is tough and tricky as well. I understand and do not disrespect that, but somehow or not, we have to collect this information. That is also very important. Number four, and very important thing, that the IPO money which they would be raising. Example, a company 3-4 months ago raised IPO, as usual, high in the market by media. And company promoters were very clear from the first day that the money is going to be used paying the existing debt and also the capex and also for the working capital expenses. Is the right utilization of IPO? I know our beloved media will continue to stay quiet. Our beloved media will continue to stay Gandhi ji ke teen bandar that do not speak. And fifth and last, who all may or might not be end up as anchor investors? That is more important question to me. Anchor investors are the backbone. So example, if any IPO is coming and the anchor investors are the big boys, then it really matters. Ethically or non-ethically, we all understand, but that really matters. Example, now I'll tell you something. This is a magazine and I'm really working hard to collate some data about Life Insurance Corporation IPO. And we are working on Life Insurance Corporation IPO, our investment banking desk. But before going ahead, I make myself very clear this is only for the education purpose. Of course, anyways, we will definitely not end up as an investment banker for LIC. Neither we will recommend to anyone to buy LIC or buy or not. That is definitely his or her personal call. But whenever I am analyzing LIC IPO in such a way that once LIC IPO come, assuming 2021 February, then what would be the impact of IPO on the other life insurance stocks? Example, HDFC Life, example, SBI Life, and there are ICICI Prudential and all. That impact has to be computed. But many a times what people see, oh, LIC is going with an IPO, let's invest. Come on guys, it's okay. You invest or not, that is definitely your call. I'm no one to stop you. But before investing, just see that the impact of that IPO on the other life insurance stocks. That is really very important. And this in mathematics is known as auxiliary correlation. Auxiliary correlation. Auxiliary correlation means when X is moving in this direction, and because of X is moving in this direction, it is pushing the pressure on the Y, who is other input variable, to move in this direction. Y is not interested to move in this direction, but he is putting Y to move in this direction. So there are many questions which we need to answer. Number one, how the company would be earning money. Money means revenue. Definitely. Number two is the intrinsic value of that organization, whether the band price which is offered way above the intrinsic value or it is way below the intrinsic value. So example, if any organization who is coming up with an IPO of 100 rupees, assuming, and if the intrinsic value of that stock is 50, I will definitely not go, because the price is more than 50 times, more than 50%. Number three, how are all the operational matrices of that organization? That we really need to see. Number four and second last is how they are going to utilizing the money. Number fifth, who all are the anchor investors? These are the things that you need to consider. And very important question that you need to consider is that you need to collect this information as an unbiased person. If you start collating this information as a biased person, you are bound to lose. That's really very important. But unfortunately, people don't consider that. People think that, I know there are many videos about Burger King on YouTube, but just analyze the Burger King based upon these 5 questions. You will get your answer whether to buy Burger King or not buy Burger King. And more importantly, from the angle of second question, which is intrinsic value, which means that which means the intrinsic value of the Burger King. That's really very important. I really doubt whether any of you tried to compute the intrinsic value of Burger King. That's really very, very important. Hey guys, remember that sometimes organization came up with IPO or FPO, whereby the strike price is far lesser than the intrinsic value, and the company is good. Immediately buy this. Of course, you know how to compute the intrinsic value. That's more important. Number two important question is how long you're going to hold this. I'm asking from you, how long you're going to be holding the Burger King? 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years. That completely depend upon your portfolio size, completely depend on your risk appetite, completely depend upon, I would say how Burger King performs in the market. And more importantly, completely depend upon how exactly the other stocks in FMCG would be moving because of Burger King. That's more important. Fifth and last thing, whenever any IPO happens, guys, also check one thing very carefully and clearly, is that if this company in this sector, X company in Y sector, is launching IPO, does that mean that X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, the 5 companies who operate in this sector will also launch IPO? The probability is very high, very high. As I speak, there are 2 big amalgamations that are in cart. Example I show you. Example, in Singapore we are having Grab. We don't have Uber and all. We are having Grab. And in, I think, Indonesia or some country, we are having Gojek, right? Grab and Gojek close in terms of merger. This is another fancy thing which has started in the world of startups, that once you create startup, create multi-billion startup, don't talk profit, and then merge with each other and then go with IPO. Another thing which is happening is Salesforce is buying Slack for around 27.7 billion to take on Microsoft. I don't know what is the final thought process in the mind of the Salesforce while buying Slack, whatever. So there are 2-3 important things we need to see. So example, if the Burger King comes in public domain, do we see that more companies compared to Burger King will come in public domain? And if yes, then out of, suppose Burger King is coming and 5 companies, X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, the 5 companies who operate in this segment will try to IPO. Definitely they will try for IPO. If they try for IPO, out of these 5, how many are lovely companies? X3, X4. But X3, X4 is better than Burger King, hypothetical example. Then why should I go with Burger King? I should wait for X3 and X4. Alternatively, Burger King is much better than any other company in the sector. Then I should immediately go for the Burger King. So investing in IPO is really tough. And I think that is one of the reasons why few investors are always making good decision, while other investors are always looking at in the media. And I'm sure, like any other IPO, Hindi media will give hype to all IPOs, and so that maximum retail investors can join. But our investment banking desk is definitely looking each and everything from an educational angle, from a research angle, that how exactly it works and all, and so on and so forth. Even while today I was watching one of the Hindi media channel, and I got to know that many brokers in India advised on the Burger King. I'm not saying it is right or wrong, soon you get to know, but can any of these five brokers answer me a single question? How much is the intrinsic value of Burger King? And you as an investor should ask this question. Hey guys, you are recommending me this stock, this IPO. Just let me know. Do you know that how much is the intrinsic value of Burger King? Suppose this is X. Is the intrinsic value is greater than the price they listed, or it is lesser than the price they listed? And if yes and no, there are different permutations and combinations. The most important thing in any IPO is the intrinsic value, and that we really love to calculate. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. Of course, if you have any question about our paid research groups, about our, I would say our trainings, video trainings, audio trainings, Sheetal Academy, our upcoming commodities exchange, our FNO learnings group, and anything, please let us know. You can WhatsApp us 9818485155. Have a great time, sir.